What's going on, YouTube? This is Tramp Truck Life Productions. I'm back with another video. So this one here, I got some different tires. It's gonna be like a little vlog video, a little update on both the trucks. But first I want to start off by, if y'all remember, I had traded for these Vision Rocker wheels, and it had some Toyo Proxy street tires on it. I ended up selling them, and I ended up getting some of these. They're called the Radar Renegade RT. It's a hybrid tire, half all-terrain, half mud terrain. They're 33 1250 20s. So basically the same setup as I had with my Turos. The Canatis I had, they were the same size, but tread pattern looks like really cool, or like really good. And Radar Renegade RT, like I said, it's 33 1250 20 LT. But so far I've driven on these things for 3 or 4 days, and they seem to be really good. You know, I'll keep y'all updated with them on how they are, but I just had to get something different than them street tires. I had to get a tire that I could use off-road, and you know, if we get any kind of snow later on or anything like that. I really try not to think about it, but you know, if it happens, it happens. But other than that, there she is. And the reason I'm filming at night, I mean, it's getting darker, it's real cloudy outside, but the reason I'm filming so late is because I've been working 2 jobs now. So, you know, I've been super busy, but I'm trying to get to where I can get more content out to y'all with stuff that I'm putting on the trucks and stuff. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I got this other job. It'll help me get parts and stuff to be able to give y'all more content. But as far as an update on the 10th gen, so tell you what, let me turn this light on real quick. So y'all can see the 10th gen a little bit better. Okay, so as far as the 10th gen, there's a few things that's gonna have to be addressed on it. It does run and drive. I literally just took it up the road right before I made this video. Still running and driving good. Now, if y'all remember the check engine light on, as far as the major evap leak, I've traced down the problem. I know what it is. I gotta get the part in, which, you know, hopefully I'll have it in within the next week or 2. And, or it might be 2 weeks. But basically, I figured out what the problem is, and I'm gonna fix it, and then that should eliminate the check engine light. What the problem is it's the evap purge solenoid under the hood. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pop the hood so I can show y'all exactly what part I'm talking about if you don't know. Let me get my key. I love this keyless entry. Look at that. Unlock the door without even having to use the key anymore. Pop the hood. Alright, the E-valve purge solenoid. This piece right here. That. So basically what's gonna happen or what is happening is it's stuck open. Now, I'm sure there's ways you can fix it to where it'll do right, but I don't know if it will work, and I just figured I'd just go ahead and fork out and get a brand new one. But it's staying open, and that's why it's throwing off the code, because there's a way to test it. And what you do is you unhook the line that comes from the charcoal canister, which is that bottom line. And then you feel air sucking into it. Well, then you take the power source off. If you take the power source off, that should close the valve. And you should be able to stick your finger on there and not feel any suction at all. But if you do, then that means that it's stuck open because it's still sucking in air and it's going into the intake through the other hose right there. And that's what it was doing. It was sticking open, or is sticking open. So I'm just gonna get a new one of them and change it out, be good with it. Also, this thing is leaking brake fluid, still is. I have to end up putting a picture in here of what the piece looks like. So let me drop that pic in here real quick. And as y'all see by that, I'm not exactly sure what that piece is called, but I do notice there's a connector going to it, so it's, you know, something down there. But I really don't know if it's leaking right above that or what, because like right above it would be up here. But the problem is everything up here looks, I'm gonna have to go get a flashlight. Hang on a second. All right, I found a flashlight. So here's the top of the piece right there, as you can see. But the problem is everything up here looks dry. I'm trying to give y'all the best view. Everything looks dry, and that's what I don't understand. Maybe it's leaking from the washers or something down there. I don't know. Like maybe they're rubber washers and it's leaking. But I haven't exactly figured it out yet. I'm still working on it. And matter of fact, right now, well, okay, yeah. It looks like it's like very wet down at the bottom. Try to zoom y'all in a little bit more. Bear with me, guys. Trying to figure out a system here. Well, anyway, you know, the best way to see it's from underneath under here, so that's exactly what we're gonna do. But if you look right here, this is from underneath, right there is the piece. You see it kind of looks wet on the bottom. But if anybody can tell me what that is, that would be great. There you go. That'd be very helpful, because it's not the master cylinder, but it's right under the master cylinder. And I mean, it looks like there's possibly brake lines that go to it, but then it don't. It looks like maybe, I know there's a wire that connects to it, but I can't figure out what that is to save my life, y'all. I mean, if you look from up here at the top, I'm sorry, I'm trying to give y'all a good view. Okay, so if you look right here at this view, so this rusted brake line, which I've got all brand new brake lines, so, you know, eventually I'll get them changed over. But this brake line comes out here, goes around, and then goes down to it, it looks like. So maybe it's something to do with the ABS system, hence the connector. But I don't know. Again, if y'all know exactly what that piece is called, please inform me and fill me in and let me know, because I want to get it fixed. So that way it's not leaking brake fluid, which that's the thing, it is leaking. if you see right there, my reservoir is lower. Now I know the truck's sitting where the front end's facing down a little bit, but I actually had this full and it's went down some in the back there. You see it's went down some since I last drove it around. But other than that, there is one other thing I am gonna do whenever I go to work on all that stuff. Under here where the throttle body is, I'm gonna end up taking the intake off, or at least pulling it out of the way, and I'm gonna clean the throttle body because I didn't drive it for like a week, and whenever I went to go crank it up, I cranked it, it fired up, but then it like stalled right away. I was like, okay, that's a little odd, you know. So I did it again. Of course, it did the exact same thing. So after the third time, I cranked it up, and as soon as it cranked up, I give it some gas, and it sputtered a little bit, but then it started running like normal. And well, the next day, I think it was, the next couple days later, I had done the same thing. It had cranked up and cut right back off. And it did it the second time, and I ended up giving it some gas, and it stayed running. So that's me thinking that it's possibly the throttle body sticking closed, to where it's not, or I guess it would be sticking closed and not being able to let it pull in the air to keep it running, because it's getting fuel if it's firing over and getting spark. But I'm thinking it's an air problem. And then let's see here, I checked the codes. It didn't show no code for anything that would cause that problem, so that's what I'm thinking. It's just something simple. So we'll try that out. Now I did crank it up today to drive down the road a little bit, and it did end up staying running, or it did crank up and stay running. So I don't know. Like I said, I'll just clean that throttle body real good and go from there. But other than that, guys, it's a little bit of an update, and yeah, that's about it. Other than that, I hope to have some other videos out here soon, but remember to like, comment, subscribe. See you soon.